Hey, it's me, Hazelnut, and as you guys know, there is Gorilla Corp in Gorilla Tag, obviously. And what Gorilla Corp is, it's basically the horror mode that they've added to Gorilla Tag. They added this back in May, and it's still being updated to this day. That kind of rhymed. Basically, the thing with Gorilla Corp is that there's a lot of levels to it. It goes from 1,000 to 10,000, which are basically levels 1 through 10, and the horror mode, obviously. Basically, the main gist of the horror mode is that it's supposed to be scary and it's supposed to, be fear-inducing and stuff. But I don't really see that. What I do see is a lot of people struggling to beat like the first 3 levels, and that sort of makes me mad because it's stupidly easy to beat that. Like, you're trying to tell me that you can't deposit 8 cores, but you can kill 87 bugs. I'm here to replace RJ the Shade because a long time ago he made a video making a practical guide to Ghost Reactor, but that's outdated now. So that's where I come into play, and I'm going to give you guys the step-by-step ultimate guide on how to be the GOAT at Ghost Reactor. So anyway, without further ado, let's go. First thing I'm going to go over is the weapons. For the first weapon, we're going to go with the hockey stick. You hit stuff with it, I don't really know. It does 0.5 damage to creatures or monsters in the reactor. It does 0.5 damage. That's worse than literally anything else practically. You get the first 2 levels to kill stuff, and then you'll get enough currency to be able to buy the charge baton. Me personally, the charge baton is practically the GOAT of practically every single weapon in the Ghost Reactor. 1 damage to monsters, which genuinely is the most damage that literally anything in here does. So that's something. All you need to do is click on the little trigger that's on it, and then it charges itself, and it does 1 damage. If you don't charge it and hit stuff with it, it does half damage. Now let's go over the collector. The collector is a key essential to beating the Ghost Reactor. It's one of the main gists of the Ghost Reactor is getting cores to power the drill that you're inside of. Since you only have 2 hands, and if you're using a lantern and a baton, or if you're like me and you just attack people, harass them with hockey sticks, but that's just me, then you're not really going to have hands to be able to do that. But what I like to do in the earlier levels is, since there's a lot of light for some reason, just take a collector, take a hockey stick, kill a bunch of stuff, collect the cores, deposit them into this, and then you can expand, your way down the reactor. Next up, we got the lantern. Do I seriously need to explain to you what a lantern does? All it does is just shines a little bit of light around you, and it's...
Incoming. 1 minute.
Boy, shut up! It just shines a little bit of light around your general area and helps you see better, but really, that only works in levels 4 through 10. Mostly because everything's bright in the first 3 levels, so it's not really ideal to do that. Revive. The shield and the flash. I'm gonna be genuinely honest with you, these things kind of do the same thing. That is a genuinely strong kind of output there onto that, saying that they do the same thing, because they really don't. But hear me out on this. The flash just stops the enemies from moving. They're also used to break ghost armor. If you encounter a ghost in the reactor with blue armor, just use the flash on it a few times and it should break, and then you can just hit it like usual. The shield, on the other hand, just straight up stops the monster from attacking you. Which, okay, I will say that in this case of debating that, the flash is definitely better than the shield, because the shield blocks close range stuff. The flash, you can just hit it from a few feet away, and then it just stops moving. And it's low-key really cool, and I also just realized how my hat practically blends in with literally every surface in here. What the heck? I'm also doing a 2-in-1 to save, time and efficiency and my brain cells. Anyway, next, actually, we're practically done. I'm gonna do a lightning round on random stuff. The armor gun. What the armor gun does, it's practically just the shield, which is why it used to be called the shield shooter. It shoots a bubble around you that, if it gets penetrated, it's practically an extra life. Energy. It's literally just something that we use to upgrade tools. That's it. That's really it. And there's 4 different kinds. I'm gonna give you some general gists about the stuff that you're supposed to do here. In the Ghost Reactor, you have a certain amount of time to collect a certain amount of cores, which will cause you to go down the current depth from 1,000 all the way to 10,000. To collect these cores, all you need to do is hop into the reactor, take like a stick or something, and walk up to a bug, and then murder it. Yeah, that's a general gist about what you're supposed to do in this game. Now it's time to get to some goofy tips and tricks. You ever have just random crap on deck that you do not need? Scan it on this thing and it'll tell you how much it's worth. And if it's worth something, it's most likely gonna be worth something. Just chuck it in here, and they'll get money for that. If you don't want to hear tips from me, then just listen to this woman or thing, creature, man, woman. Doug? That might be Lucy for all we know. There's a lot of posters around the Ghost Reactor, like this, and this. My next tip is that when you're going down there, gather a party. I guarantee you're gonna progress easier, mostly because, sure, you're not making as much money, but you're still gonna make a whole lot of money. Because, like, sure, you're still advancing. You're advancing down. Advancing down, it literally said, it means that you get more money the farther down that you go. It's sure it's gonna be harder to do that, but depositing 9 cores with one person, that seems reasonable. But depositing 9 cores with 9 people, that's 1 core per person. I guarantee you a full, like, lobby of people, like I believe it's 15 or 10 people, the entire lobby could definitely get to like level 6 or 7. My final tip is that if you're willing to spend the shiny rocks and buy a stasis chamber, like I kid you not, this thing, if I were to hop in here, okay, you can literally just go to whatever level that you want as long as you upgraded it enough. Because like right now, I can go to level 5 whenever the heck I please. But I don't wanna. I don't wanna right now, mostly because the level 5 is kind of scary. By yourself, especially. It was scary when I was just with Yoash, but it's even more terrifying by myself. Mostly because it's a whacked out version of an existing map. And I hate it when horror games do that. But I'm getting off topic. If you buy a stasis chamber, you can practically advance more, which means more money. Yay! Anyway, that's all from me. If you want more information about, you know, Gorilla Corp in general, mostly because some stuff that I found was actually from this video, check out RJ the Shade's video, link in the description, because his is actually way better than mine probably, mostly because he's got 55k subs, and I have 4k subs, and I love every single one of my 4,000 subscribers. Anyway, like, subscribe, do all the good stuff, and sub to me, and RJ the Shade. Enjoy the Discord!